Hey guys, it's Sean Patrick Height here. Just wanted to take a second to, I guess, rant about something that's not at all important. It's just something that was on my mind, so I felt like making a video just to talk about it just for a second. So if you're interested, watch. If not, I completely understand. This is more for me than anything else. Just being honest. Um, just got off work not too long ago. Very hot. My work van has no air, so I stopped in the Dollar Tree because I needed to pick up a few things anyway for the house. And I went ahead and I wanted to get something cold to drink. Normally I would get a Gatorade or something like that. They didn't really have anything to choose from. They did, however, have some soda at the front of the store, or pop, if you will, depending on what part of the country you're from, or cola, whatever you want to call it. They had that available in a cooler at the front of the Dollar Tree, or as I call it now, the $1.25 and then some tree. But whatever, that's a whole different rant altogether. Anyway, I grabbed a Mountain Dew Voltage, which I had tried before, and it has a pretty good flavor. If I'm going to drink a soda, generally it's going to be a Mountain Dew or a Coca-Cola. And I'm not saying I'm a huge soda drinker because I'm really not, but it's hot. I needed something to drink, so I opted for a Mountain Dew Voltage, which I rather like. But there's all these Mountain Dew flavors. That's kind of what was going on in my head when I wanted to talk about. There's all these Mountain Dew flavors, and have been for years now. They've been cranking these things out constantly, which from a marketing standpoint is genius, because I know people that are just heavily addicted to Mountain Dew and they want to try every flavor, blah, 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 yada, 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 etc., etc. That's not me. I was hot and thirsty, so I got a Voltage because I knew I would like it. There's a flavor at Applebee's I tried not too long ago that was similar to the Voltage. I think it was called Dark Berry Bash or something like that. I don't know if that's an exclusive flavor simply for the Applebee's chain or not. A lot of these flavors are exclusive. There again, good marketing, I suppose, especially if you're in a partnership with a restaurant chain or something of that nature. But anyway, got me a Voltage, which was quite good. The Dark Berry Bash, which I did try, as I said, at Applebee's probably 3-4 weeks ago, was actually quite tasty. Yeah, it was good to my palate, maybe I should say. And regular Mountain Dew, like I said, generally speaking, as far as soda is concerned, it's going to be a Mountain Dew or Coke. Not that I despise every other soda. That's certainly not the case. Just not a huge soda drinker. If I'm at a restaurant, I'm either going to get a soda or tea, and of course, a complimentary glass of ice water. You have to drink water. It's good for the body. You got to keep those joints and organs and brain, everything lubricated. I don't drink enough water, mind you. I'm not saying I'm like drinking enough water these days, because I'm probably sweating way more than I'm drinking water. So for those of you out there that are doing the same thing, say I need more water so I can speak more fluid. Get it? Fluid is a water joke. Sorry. Anywho, back to the topic at hand. The Mountain Dew. What's the deal with the Baja Blast? Taco Bell has that, right? And they've had that for years. I've tried it. I'm not a huge Baja Blast guy. I'm just being honest. It's okay. It's palatable. But if I have my choice, I'm not going to buy it to consume. When I go to Taco Bell, I generally opt for either soda, which I'm not a huge fan of the Taco Bell soda, and I'll get to that in a moment. I generally drink the mango tea that they offer up there, and it's quite good for what it is. The thing with the soda there, even though they have Pepsi products, they have Mountain Dew and things of that nature. And I'm not a Pepsi guy; I'm a Coke guy. Let's be clear. But I do like Mountain Dew, which is a Pepsi product. So anyway, back to Taco Bell. Their Mountain Dew on tap The fountain version is it's not, to me it's not good. I've had good fountain soda, good Mountain Dew. I have never really, and I've drank it. Don't get me wrong. When you have no choice, you'll drink what they have. But I've never been a huge fan of Taco Bell's Mountain Dew, and I don't know what the deal is with that mix. If it's too much of the syrup, for those of you who have worked in the restaurant industry, as I have, or gas stations or whatever, convenience stores, they have the syrup bag, and they have the carbonation tank, and they combine the two, and voila, magic, you have a carbonated beverage at your disposal. I don't know if it's too much of the syrup or too much carbonation or what's going on, but the Mountain Dew at Taco Bell always tastes what I would imagine Pine Sol floor cleaner would taste like if consumed. And I've never tried, don't ever try that. I'm sure it's quite lethal. Don't ever try that, kids or adults. But what I get from the taste of the Taco Bell Mountain Dew is that's what it reminds me of, and I pretty much don't like that. I got to say, I'm not a fan of that. I've had really good Mountain Dew, and that is not it. So I generally opt these days, if we even go to Taco Bell, for the mango tea. But if I'm going to drink a Mountain Dew in a bottle, usually it's pretty good. Ice cold. It's got to be cold. Come on now. And as I said, my other soda choice is Coca-Cola. And I'm not talking that new Coke stuff that they came out with. Well, gosh, they don't have it anymore. I don't even know why I brought that up. In the 80s, they had new Coke because they decided the old formula, which had made them, golly, probably cajillions of dollars since the good old days, wasn't quite good enough. So for the 80s, we have to make something a bit edgier, and we're going to come up with an entire new formula for Coca-Cola, which they did, and they heavily promoted it, and it heavily bombed, because guess what? People that like Coke are expecting it to taste like Coke, and this, unfortunately for Coca-Cola, did not taste like the Coke that everyone was accustomed to. So it was a miserable failure. They quickly learned, hey, we better try and get rid of this new Coke that we have on hand, but we better, while we're waiting, introduce the old Coke again under the title Coca-Cola Classic, which they did. Old formula, pretty much the same can, except it had Classic emblazoned underneath the Coca-Cola logo. It was the same thing as the original. They eventually phased out new Coke. I guess they exhausted their supply and decided, okay, good, that's gone. We'll take that loss. We'll take that hit. This was a terrible idea. I'm sure someone lost their job on that decision to create it in the first place. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, as they say. Or for those that don't say ain't, because ain't a word, if it isn't broke, do not fix it. Whatever. I'm not an English teacher. I'm here rambling about soda for some reason, really just to get it off my chest. Sometimes I feel that by doing this, it makes me feel a little better about the world we live in. So anywho, back to that again. I know, I gotta quit saying that. The Coke. The Coca-Cola Classic was around. It was a hit, of course, because everyone already loved it. They were already addicted to the Coca-Cola. So the Coca-Cola Classic eventually dropped the Classic from underneath the Coca-Cola. And as you know, today it is simply called Coca-Cola, in hopes that no one will ever remember that fatal mistake that the Coca-Cola bottling company made in the 80s. And there were probably other mistakes made in the 80s. I'm not going there. I love the 80s. Huge 80s guy. Don't get me wrong. Not a huge fan of the new Coke. So, just saying. So anyway, I didn't come on here to bash Taco Bell about their horrible Mountain Dew, or to bash the Coca-Cola bottling company, because I love their product. It's quite delicious. So when I do drink soda, which I really try not to as much these days, As I said, for hydration purposes, Coke is not going to hydrate you, folks. I know people that drink Coke or just soda in general. They've got their gigantic mug of or soda. It may be Diet, whatever. Diet Mountain Dew, regular Mountain Dew, Coke, Diet Coke, whatever. They drink it for a living, these people. That's literally all they drink. They're right up there with those people that live on coffee. And I like coffee, don't get me wrong, but I don't drink it 24 hours a day. Some people do, and I'm not here to bash those people. More power to you. That's not why I'm here. I'm here just to vent, just to talk, perhaps to educate a little bit of education. But anyway, I hope I didn't ruin anyone's day. I hope maybe I brought a little smile, a little joy, a little information your way. And maybe some of you agree with me, maybe some of you don't. You can leave comments down below. Be nice, be nice. As a rule of thumb, I always try to be nice to everyone. I think that's the way we should all live. So if you want to say something, even if it goes against what I just said, that's cool. Everybody likes what they like. There's a lot of things in this world that people don't like. I like I can't say most things, most drinks, most food products, things like I like a lot of stuff. Don't get me wrong. There is one thing I honestly don't like, which a lot of people seem to love. And even ever since I was a kid, I didn't like this. And you may guess it, you may not. I'm not going to make you guess. I'm here. Since I brought it up, tell me. Okay, since you're okay, calm down. I'm going to tell you. I hate watermelon. I know your jaw just hit the floor because I know people love watermelon. I don't know why. I like a lot of weird foods. Not gross foods, weird foods. But I don't like watermelon. That's just a simple fruit that everyone seems to enjoy. I don't. Now, I can eat some cantaloupe, some honeydew. Still not my favorite fruits. I like fruit with a little punch, a little kiwi, a little peach. Something with some sugary sweetness. Grapes. Ripe grapes are quite tasty. Put them on your salad, chop them up. The green ones, the seedless. I don't care if they're seedless. Guess what? I don't need to chew down on a seed and break my tooth in half and have to go to the dentist in agony, in just sheer agony. I don't need that aggravation. So for these people that won't eat fruit because it's, what was it, created in a lab, frankenfruit, whatever, and once again, not knocking you. That's your decision. I'll take the frankenfruit to protect these bad boys. Because trust me, toothache, one of the worst pains. And I've had several in my 50 years on this planet, but I'm not a fan. There's a lot more pain in other places in my body. There's a lot more pain that I would rather feel. I'm probably not saying there's a lot more pain. There are other pains that I would much prefer to feel in other regions of my body, such as my elbow or this and that. Perhaps a headache would be a nice soft headache. Something I could take a few ibuprofen and it fizzles out. Perhaps a headache, but not a toothache. I got to get off of here because I'm driving you guys probably a little nuts with all my topic hopping. And I got on here mainly to talk about Mountain Dew. So anyway, and I didn't get on here to plug anything, but since I'm here, be sure to check out my YouTube channel. It's Kikaida Libre is the name. And you can check out my food reviews for you segments, along with other video shorts and things of that nature. You can check out the Paid in Green Peppers movie review podcast, which can be found on any podcast streaming platform out there. And a lot of the older episodes are actually on my YouTube channel, as well as the Paid in Green Peppers movie review podcast YouTube channel. Am I forgetting anything since I'm on here shamelessly plugging everything? Food reviews, podcast. If you're a fan of the film Inframan, I am the administrator of the Super Inframan Society on Facebook. So if you are interested in that film at all, you can go on there and check that out. You can check out the Paid in Green Peppers Facebook page as well. Now that I'm done rambling, I love you guys. Hope I didn't offend anyone. Hope I inspired somebody to do something great today, even if it's just try something new. I don't know. But anyway, you have a very blessed day. Take care.